This is a quick video about the Activity Center Service Activity Badge for the Scouts. This is a two-slide presentation. The Activity Center Service Badge is a little bit more involved than most badges, but it was also one of the more rare ones, so it's very interesting to try and earn towards. Additionally, if you go on a lot of different camps and different sort of events outside of your scout hut, then you might have already earned this badge without even knowing it. So I'd like to touch upon some of these. Essentially, don't be put off by the requirements here. So the first one is help a warden or manager to work for at least 5 days at a permanent district, county or national scout campsite or a similar activity centre. All this really means is that if you've ever been to a campsite in your district or county and helped out a little bit or at an event that's going on there, for example, a district camp of some kind, and you've helped set up or take down different parts of the activities, and this would count towards this. And over your time in scouting, chances are you've done this at least over 5 days, perhaps it's over 2 weekends or 3 weekends. So that would be a very easy way to tick this off. In case you're not aware of the term, warden just means one of the people who helps run the campsite. It's worth mentioning this can actually go towards things like a Team Leader Award, which is part of your Chief Scouts Gold Award. If you lead your scout team at a camp to look after and achieve activities instead of activities, this is actually a way of getting that through this award here. Second on the list here is explain and show how to use 3 items of equipment that you've used in your work within the activity center. So really that's based on this above activity here. Depending on what you do, your scout leader will instruct you on these 3 equipments as part of that. Really, it can be anything. If you are helping to set up tents, or if you are helping to maintain fences, or building bird boxes, there's a number of different things you can do. That would all count towards this as well. And it's worth mentioning that if you are doing this and you've never done the activities before, which you may not have, as managing a campsite is something that you may be very, very new to. This actually counts towards your Scouts Skills Challenge Award, towards your Chief Scouts Gold Award. By learning a new skill, that also counts towards this. This is a rather large slide, but don't be taken aback by it. It's choose 4 and explain and demonstrate those. Really, a number of these are very, very useful. The use of computers, you probably know how to do this because you're a younger generation and you're good with computers generally. I would mention here that taking care of campers' needs while respecting wildlife can actually lead into your World Challenge Award towards your Chief Scouts Gold Award. Learning about the impact on the environment of what campers and the local community can do to help mitigate that and not cause as much damage to the local environment can actually help out with this. How to prevent frozen pipes and what to do if an overground pipe bursts or leaks. This is quite nice actually, because in future you're going to eventually move out from your parents' house and so get your own place. And frozen pipes is a very big concern in wintertime in a lot of places. Having burst pipes can cause all different kinds of leaks and water damage inside a house. Learning about this very early on can stand you in good stead for later in life, for certain. Next we have the need for good site drainage and clear ditches. This is more to do with land management. If you're intending on being a farmer, or if you are related to farmers, they'll know a lot about this. Also, if you're intending on ever owning a very large piece of property and a very large garden, this is also going to come in handy. The next is rubbish disposal, how to recycle materials wherever possible. Again, this counts for your challenge award towards Worlds, which is again part of your Chief Scouts Gold Award. Learning about the environment and the international community, how it's all related to that, is important towards this. As well as things like the Outdoor Challenge Award, towards your Chief Scouts Gold Award as well, helping to be sustainable with the Countryside Code and making sure that your environment is sort of hygienic and there isn't a whole bunch of different pieces of rubbish knocking around your campsite is important. The reason for having clean toilets, again, this leans into your Outdoor Challenge Award. One of the important things about camping, especially for a long period of time, is personal hygiene, and having clean toilets is part of that. To do with infections and getting sick and things like that. This is one that's interesting to learn for sure. How to unblock a drain is actually quite an essential life skill. As we covered up here, water damage to houses can be quite severe, and perhaps at this point in your life you never had to unblock a drain, but you will. Eventually there's not going to be anyone there to unblock a drain for you. And if you don't unblock a drain, essentially the water stops draining away and you end up with stagnant water. And stagnant water, if you know anything about that, is not very good. It breeds lots of nasty bacteria and things. So it's very good to learn the skill early on. How to use and maintain equipment for an activity you become familiar with. I think really this counts for the previous slide as well, where we touched upon tools and things like that. That you'll be learning to use alongside the warden or your scout leader. So really this already is satisfied by that. And finally, any other important tasks the warden and managers pointed out. So don't worry too much if you come to the end of your days doing this activity badge and you haven't quite met these requirements, then just talk to your scout leader about it. And finally, talk about developments, improvements you'd like to see at a permanent campsite. This is quite interesting actually because it leans into what's known as your U-Shape Award. So helping to lead and represent scouting in a local community would help you actually get those the special badges towards being a very active member of the scouting community, which is actually one of the rarer badges to earn out there as your U-Shape Award. That's everything for the Activity Centre Service activity badge for the Scouts. Hopefully that's been useful. Thank you.